Hey guys, welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Where we last left off, we had found out with those blank cards that Prince Atem, us, gave to Yugi. This will help him apparently get back to his own world, and we're going to take on the remaining Millennium Item users right now. This is where the game will actually start getting a bit more difficult, but I'm pretty confident, but we'll see. Quarter-final match, Yugi versus Pegasus. Again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged right there. Well, Yugi boy, you've come a long way, but now it's time to lose. Those of you who've watched the anime, he's the final villain of the Duelist Kingdom arc, and in the anime, he's actually the one who created the Duel Monsters card game. Yeah, and he's actually, again, as I said, he's quite tough. He's got some high-level monsters. Also, his Millennium Item is the Millennium Eye. In the show, it allowed him to not only capture people's souls, but was able to read people's minds with it as well. Meaning that he could essentially see a person's cards and thus their strategies. And in this game, they actually decided to give him the ability of his Millennium Item, the Millennium Eye. Pegasus can, in fact, see your cards. If they're too strong, he won't attack them. But if they're weak enough, even in face-down defense position, he will always know. He'll always attack them. Yeah, it's kind of odd that they would do that now, of all times, really. And the fun thing is, like, all the Millennium Items have certain powers to them. The Millennium Key allows you to unlock people's minds. The Millennium Scales, I believe, is the whole, like, evil and good thing. The Millennium Ring, okay, Millennium Ring, not as much. In the show, it just allowed, like, the main villain to, like, find certain cards. Find Millennium Items with his ring. They were able to help him locate it. There's also, and again, Millennium Eye, I told you that. The Millennium Necklace is the next item, and it allows one to see the future. And then there's the Millennium Rod, which was the item Haishin himself had. And in the show, it allowed not only mind control, but also a shockwave of sorts. But unfortunately, the Millennium Puzzle, I honestly don't know what its power and functions are. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, you'd think it would help us, the player, in some way in card games as well, but no, really doesn't. It's unfortunate that that's the case, though. Anyway, we have this here. This is actually, this Illusionist Faceless Mage thing. This is actually one of the cards he's used in the show, so it's kind of nice that he has it. 2200 defense points and stuff. Also, one thing I forgot, oh yeah, here's an example of a trap card that opponents can set. See, in this game, trap cards, they will activate automatically. You don't actually get the choice of when and will activate. The moment you place it down, the first monster that attacks and meets the requirements of, like, for the trap to activate, it'll activate. Good for you if the opponent does it, so you can, like, use, like, you know, decoys and whatnot. But bad for you in case you yourself want to, like, use it on a specific monster your opponent has. Yeah, and your opponent, yeah, you know that's a trap card that'll activate automatically if it doesn't darken. He'll play it face down, and if the card doesn't darken, then you know that that's a trap that will activate automatically to some reason. Most of the time, Pegasus here, for example, as you saw, there was that card Fake Trap. Essentially, it just blocks a single attack. But he's got also two cards of destruction. One's Invisible Wire. It'll destroy a monster with 2,000 or less attack points attacking. And he'll also have Acid Trap Hole, which essentially... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He doesn't have Acid Trap Hole. Just Trap Wire and Fake Trap. Anyway, let's continue on with this duel anyway. Make it go by faster. I'm sorry. I just want to explain a bunch of stuff, but I suppose... and sometimes sometimes the opponent will psych you out like that. Like Pegasus, for instance, he played a weak monster, and I guess a good strategy, he kept strong. But then again, see, I find it kind of odd. The opponent AI, you'd think that, like, I believe that they're actually programmed specific ways, depending on what cards you put down, that they'll have in their hand at the exact moment. I've dueled Pegasus a lot, and he's supposed to have these three Raigeki cards, 3 dragon capture jars, which in this game destroys like all dragon types on your opponent's side of the field, and 2 Harpy's Feather Dusters, which essentially destroys all face-down cards you might have. Now, sometimes I'll go through the entire deck because, again, Pegasus is actually a guy you want to S-Tech as well. He actually gives off like the best magic cards you could possibly think of. He gives cards like Bright Castle, which it can be equipped to any monster and it will automatically gain 500 attack points. It's a really good card. But the best one and the best equipped card in the game is called Megamorph. Essentially, it gives any monster 1,000 attack points. Yeah, super useful right there. And oh man, I'm not doing so well. He's got cards set up. I might lose this. So we're gonna have to clear out our hand right now. But just like any opponent, it takes like you have to get really lucky to like even, you know, like get the S-Teching for one thing and get the card that you want. Plus, Pegasus has the Millennium Eye, so you know. And this guy, there's a way to like fuse against him. It's very tricky though. It really is. And you know, guys, speaking of that, I think I'm gonna lose here. Because, see, the moment I destroy one of his monsters, the AI later on, like Pegasus said, will probably activate Raigeki, destroy whatever strong monster I have, and then he'll, like, I'll be wide open to an attack. And it really sucks, but, yeah, see, I gotten very unlucky here. No good cards, and this will probably happen to you, and I'll probably end up losing right now. Yeah, I can't believe this. I think I lost. I seriously lost. I can't believe it. Yeah, well, I've never actually shown me losing in a legit duel other than Haishin, but I mean, see, look at this difficulty spike though. Again, this is where fusioning really comes in handy right about now. It's like, you're not good at fusioning, he's gonna completely own you. You have to go into free duel and duel a bunch of opponents and just hope that you get good cards. If you don't have game facts, you might not even know like which opponents will drop the best cards, and this is where the grinding comes in. And yeah, losing sucks. Well, there it is. An opponent will always have like a finishing line. And again, even if it's an opponent that isn't like an enemy, your friend in the campaign mode, you still get a game over. Like, yeah, it's like I duel Jono and he beats me. He just goes, ha ha ha, I won. And it's like, I get game over. And it's like, wait, why do I get a game over if I lose against Jono or something? He's just my friend. Why would I lose? Yugi boy, victory is so sweet. You were foolish to challenge me. And here's the game over screen, by the way. Yeah. If you wait here long enough, though, you get a little, cute thing that happens. Oh, who's that creeping up on the bottom right-hand side? Those of you who've, again, watched the anime and stuff, you know who that is. That is the monster known as Kuriboh. Kuriboh, in the beginning, was actually regarded as, like, the weakest monster in Duel Monsters. I actually remember that because the English dub said it, like, Seto Kaiba or whatever, when he was doing Yugi. It's like, because actually this is one of Yugi's cards, he uses it, and he's like, in the entire game, Kuriboh is the weakest monster. It has an effect. Basically, if it's in your hand and you discard to the graveyard, like, when you're being attacked, it'll negate the, like, battle damage. And I think it negates the attack, too. I think it's only for direct attacks, though. Yeah, he'll, hop around the screen. Actually, it would have been kind of cool if like one of those cards was actually a rare card. If you stuck around long enough, he actually just gives you something. It'd be very cool. Yeah, I'm sorry if I spent this episode just like that, though. But next episode, let's try and win. Okay? Well, I'll see you later then. I'm out.